About time already. Only because I must. Or my scroll will disappear. Fuck.
Breakfast or whatever we have planned for the day. I haven't read the reports yet, so I'm just making sure you're fed before anything transpires for the day. Hello.
Good morning, madam. You could come with me.
I appreciate your generosity, madam.
You're welcome.
Now that we are most certainly out of earshot. Oh, thank you. There's something that must be taken care of. Down the pipe from the headmaster. Based on what we understand, and that we know has taken place, I've been authorized to use a truth circle on Cadet Joseph. One, to get any answers out of him that we may. That have to do with the events that took place at the gate itself. Any information we can get out of him that I have received from the other cadet. And why it is that he left the fort without orders.
Well, I'll then be there as your support.
I would rather you were absolutely there as a witness. Make sure you keep your eyes on everything, so nothing can be said took place that did not.
I understand.
My circle will be a little different than the usual.
Whee! I don't care. It's fun. It's all I have in this dark place.
Good morning, Cadet.
The second I sit down, every fucking one of you. Morning! Do you have food for me too?
No. We have something that we must take care of as per the orders of the headmaster. You will be participating.
The orders of the headmaster?
Indeed.
You're telling me that the headmaster has taken some form of interest in this?
Yes, he has.
It's crazy, but it involves me. Did you make sure to mention it was me?
He knows it is you, Cadet.
That is rather odd. I quite recall him telling me to tell someone who cared. That old bastard, he cared the entire time.
And now you've figured it out.
Jokes.
Incredible. Step forward to the cell door, Cadet.
I tried to deny. You'll stand up and push me towards it, won't you? Throw I'm an animal. Uncontrolled.
Some animals are dangerous and uncontrollable, Cadet. You are not. Madam, if you could open the door.
Yet here I am, locked up in a cage, shackled. Rather odd. Yeah.
Come with me. If you would stand right here at the intersection of these tiles. Now, Cadet, what's going to take place, witnessed by the Madam Minerva administration staff, is you will be placed inside of a truth circle. And I will be questioning you to find out anything that I need to know in regards to your actions as of late. If you do not tell the truth, if you are lying, well, you will find out, I assure you. It would be behoove you to tell the truth, so we may exonerate you for whatever it is that you are believed to have done.
Are you waiting for some form of confirmation that I understand? Yes, I speak common. We all do. Go on.
Good. I'm glad that you do. Madam, I will need a few moments. Keep an eye on him, please.
Mm-hmm.
In case I run away.
Just going to remove my glasses here. Good morning, Headmaster.
Good morning.
Good morning, Headmaster.
How's everything going so far?
Cadet has been...
Been fed twice over.
I didn't ask you, Joseph.
Oh.
How are things going down here?
Cadet has been placed inside of the circle and we were about to begin, Headmaster. If you would
Good.
like to do the
I'm
questioning yourself,
Almost
you may.
finished. No, I'm unfortunately not as aware of the situation due to my absence in the capital
I
in
understand.
Aldoria during the incident. However, I need to finish preparing today's chess tournament in the stadium. It's almost done.
I'll write you a full report and send it to you.
Yes, once everything's done here, please seek me out or send Rex to the Grove so we begin today.
Absolutely.
I'm not present.
Well, have a
Good
nice
luck
day,
with
sir.
everything.
Thank you for stopping by. See, I told you, he does care.
Right then,
I'll bet you more than anything he came by just to make sure I was okay.
let's get this over with.
Yeah, you and me both.
Indal salari starake naledera bak. You would hold on to this, madam.
Understood.
Cadet Joseph, you had left the fort when we were in Aldoria of your own volition. Why is that?
I was running from Carver, sir.
I see. Why is it that you are running from Professor Carver?
I had reasonable suspicion that he had wished to apprehend me, perhaps, or potentially to devastating levels, sir.
So you feared for your life from Professor Carver?
Yes, sir. The man can outrun me. He could jump over an entire building in one bound. One punch from him wouldn't leave me mush. Sir.
Why is it that you were concerned that the Professor wanted to put his hands on you?
I had recently given a rather harsh speech to a Miss Melanie. She immediately turned down to Carver, whispered something in his ear, and he turned to me and started making a beeline towards me.
Whatever the negative effects of the lying would start to happen.
You would feel electricity starting to shoot up your legs into your body. I see it. Careful now, Joseph. We should tell the truth. And only the truth. What actually happened?
I had given a rather unpleasant talk to Melanie about some recent happenings in the library regarding her and whoever she was covering for. The consequences that lied with it I didn't agree with, or rather, she didn't agree with. After of which she went to Carver and revealed some very personal secrets of hers and I's directly to him, giving me probable thought that he might come for me. Sir.
I see. At any point in time, have you pulled a knife on Cadet Melanie?
Yes, sir.
What was your intent?
Protection of oneself, sir.
What could Cadet Melanie do to harm you?
Oh, that's an easy question to answer, sir. She has all. If she had access to all of her abilities, she could quite easily burn me down to the ground. She has a deity wrapped around her neck in a fucking necklace that at any point she could shatter and re-release on everyone. And the first time it did try to kill me, mind you. Let's see what else. She's quite proficient at hand-to-hand combat. She's been learning under.
However, the cadet is entirely enamored with you and would let you get away with just about anything. Bearing that in mind, why would she harm you?
Well, the only thing I could assume is that she had heard something she disliked.
I see.
Glad we're on the same page. So,
Cadet, do you play the flute?
I do. I'm quite proficient in all instruments, courtesy of my mother and father.
See.
We are a family of musicians, you see.
That flute that was found in your room, is that a family heirloom?
Oh, no, sir, not at all.
I see. Where did it come from? Where did the flute come from, Cadet?
Oh, pardon me. I'm unsure of its origin. Perhaps it didn't look quite like it was from Saigon.
Where did you physically
Perhaps somewhere
procure
nearest to
the flute from, Cadet?
I had gotten it from a lockbox.
A
After all,
lockbox.
you must keep your prized possessions inside of a lockbox.
Did you own that
Would that be
lockbox?
correct? No, sir. I
So
don't
you
purchase
stole
many
it?
of my goods. After all, everything here is provided for oneself, is it not?
So it was taken from someone else's lockbox,
Yes, sir. I don't own it, after all. I'm not sure who probably owns it. Perhaps the headmaster. After all, it is his academy.
And his grove. I agree.
That it is, Professor.
Was that flute taken from Academy grounds?
Well, of course. If it was in a lockbox on academy grounds, how else would I have gotten it? I can't leave the academy. Or can I? That was never quite specified.
At this point in time, no, you may not. When is the last time you played that flute, Cadet?
The last time I played that flute... Let's see, it would have had to have been in my room, sir.
Have you only ever played the flute in your room? Oh.
No, sir. played flute in concert halls, where they belong.
The electricity hurts, doesn't it?
Like a bitch, sir.
It's what happens when you lie in a true circle, cadet. When you deliberately are dishonest. Have you played that flute anywhere else on Academy grounds?
Well, I have. I've played it all over campus.
I see.
Well, I rather like the scenic view while I play it.
I'm sure you do. We do not have much more time with this circle. I'll ask you a few more questions. Do not lie to me,
All the flute, I
cadet.
presume.
Knowing what we know now, cadet. Your involvement with this flute. Have you ever played it in my office?
I have not.
I see.
I've never played the flute for you, sir.
A shame.
Quite. But I'm looking forward to it.
The day that the headmaster found you sneaking in and out of the grove when you had said you had overslept. Did you lie when you said you had?
Yes, sir.
Why?
I had found a book in the library. The one with the same symbol as that satanic ritual we found ourselves in. I had forgotten that those books were going to be released publicly, so I thought it was a mistake and I intended to read it for myself. An honest mistake, sir.
Did you get your hands on both copies of the book?
Both copies of the book. There was only one that I found in the library. The one with the dragon symbol on it, right? The one that we had millions of inside the classroom.
After you had left the fort, fleeing from Professor Carver, you were struck down, yes?
Yes, sir.
By what?
Clean aside. Some red impish looking thing. I'd like to assume it was an imp. It attempted to cast some fireball spells at me. Luckily, I made away with my life.
The elvish soldiers who had recovered you said that it was a mortal blow.
That can't be, sir. After all, I'm standing right here.
You are. Should you be, cadet?
I should not be alive, by any account, sir. I've been asking for many, many weeks about this, but of course it seems your selective memory has kicked in once again.
If my memory was as selective as you say, cadet, I would be in the circle, not you.
Would you?
I
Would you like to
would.
swap places? I have some questions of my own. Perhaps finally you'll answer.
Final question, cadet. Have you done anything that could be considered traitorous to this academy?
Going AWOL, sir. Running from a professor who had potentially apt circumstance. Leaving my duty. I believe that would be deemed traitorous, would it not?
It would. It would indeed. You're very sly, cadet. Madam, if you would bring him back to his cell. I must speak with the headmaster about a few things. Perhaps, at another point, Professor Willow could get the answers we need. He is smart and his tongue is quite silver.
Pardon me, sir. I've given you all the answers
If you would,
you've
madam.
asked for. What questions have you been missing? Yes, I should have died. No, I'm not
If you
dead.
would, madam.
Your guess is about as good as mine. What more are you looking for?
I'll report to the
Hello,
headmaster
Joseph.
and he will decide whether or not he is to be released. I will return in a moment.
Don't take commands from this man. You value the safety of the other students you listen.
I'll listen and
I had to, like, there were so many ways I could have boxed him in and made him give answers that... Yes, cadet.
Is Joseph okay?
As okay as he can be. Why are you here?
I was just gonna check on him. Like I usually do.
Usually, check on people who manipulate and threaten you.
I really don't want to argue about it right now, sir. I just came to make sure he was okay.
He just got
Not
finished
dead
with the
in
truth
his cell.
circle. He is alive.
It's over with?
Far from. I need to report to the headmaster. Tell him what I've been told. You should not stay
What did he
anywhere
say?
near him. Don't get yourself in trouble, cadet. We have enough unknowns as it is already. So yeah, this was a bit impromptu. Obviously I could have asked questions that would have boxed him in and given me the answers I needed. But I don't think that's supposed to happen? Question mark? I don't know. I have no fucking clue, dude. We got enough out of him where it's juicy, but he shouldn't be locked in a cell. Main reason he was locked up was fleeing the camp. Remember, this is an anime, chat. Remember. Trust me, half these students should be fucking executed or thrown in prison for life or some other shit. It's make-believe. I mean, the excuse here easily could be that he was terrified of Professor Carver, and because Carver has, quote-unquote, assaulted a student before, it is entirely viable. So that's kind of his out. Does anyone know where the headmaster is? Museum now? What the fuck? Headmaster. God, that man's fast. Headmaster. Oh. Did you lose your coffee,
Yes.
Headmaster?
Yes, I was just making sure, I'm checking in on Rook about the relic, but he doesn't seem to be in his room.
I'd spoken at length with Cadet Joseph while he was under the implications of the Truth Circle scroll.
Alright.
There were a couple interesting answers that I got, and even though I wanted to pursue, the scroll itself ran out before I could, so... Either way, he claims that he had fled the fort because he feared for his life from Professor Carver. And it did not seem to be a lie. He said that Professor Carver had made a beeline for him after a conversation.
Paranoid can be tricky when it comes to the Truth Circle.
Yes. After
But
Carver
continue.
had a conversation with Cadet Melanie, he made a beeline for Joseph, and that made Joseph feel like he had to run.
I see.
There were also some other
And what
choice questions I had asked out of my own curiosity. Nothing definitive. He has a silver tongue. He is not stupid. But... that flute... Well... he said that he had taken it from a lockbox. That much was true. That it was not his.
I see.
When I had asked him if he had played it anywhere on campus, he said yes, all over. But just to try and nail him down, I asked if he ever played it in my office, and he said no. Which is odd.
It can be odd, but sound does travel after all.
It does.
You were not too far away from the windows.
Entirely possible. Either way, he knew what I was trying to do. I'm almost sure of it. Didn't quite give any definitive answers, but... cannot say for sure that it was him. And him fleeing Carver at the fort, unfortunately it would make somewhat sense. He did put on a display with Cadet Melanie. Joseph might have actually feared for his life.
Yes, but we also witnessed him in the grove almost look a deity in the eye, or a hand, and he barely seemed afraid. If anything, he couldn't seem to grasp the seriousness of a situation.
In his
Nor does
defense,
he usually.
he seemed to be having some sort of a psychotic break thanks to Cadet Melanie, but whether or not that's a baseline, I have no idea.
I am seeing a pattern here. Melanie. Are
She's
you?
in the dungeon as we speak.
I'm assuming there as a visitor? Or did
Yes.
something else happen?
As a visitor. Madame Minerva's down there as well.
Alright, well, we do need to begin but today will be an easy day. I've finally finished the chess boards and everything in the stadium. They're prepped for the students. I can take you there and run you through it real quick, but it's quite simple, really. One student in each squad or group, because we do have Gallant now. They might be sprinkled between the other squads to make full groups. But they will all play against each other. One person, squad leader usually, will give commands, while others will take the place of pieces if they wish.
A good exercise of the mind.
Yes, a good relaxer after a mission as well. We did this last year, but it'll be interesting to see the progress the students have made since being squatted.
I do have a question, Headmaster.
Yes?
Do I release Joseph from the dungeon?
Well, the fear that he's capable of things. The best we can do is at most put him in the dungeon at night, where we can keep an eye on him. During the day, we just make sure we keep him under sight. I'll have my daughter make sure he's not doing anything in the grove, because at the end of the day, he is a student after all, and if we keep treating him like a prisoner, then what's the point in having him here in the first place?
Also, if anyone gets word of it, it will be an issue, I'm sure. So,
Yes.
then I will...
And after everything that's occurred, the last thing we need is the cross-eyed forces sniffing around.
Of course. Then I will proceed to let him out and let him know that he is to return every night, where he will be secured in the dungeons.
Yes. That is the best course of action for now. I hate to say it, but we might have to also contact the therapist yet again in Concordia, but she is part of the cross-eyed forces, which again would then be entering them in our campus, so
What if he lets something slip?
we might have to outsource or something.
Outsourcing might be our best bet. But to who? Where?
Well, when it comes to trust, that's the difficult question. I'll check through logs, similar to when I was trying to hire Silver. I sought outside the academy and found her, thankfully. So we'll see what I can find.
Very well.
Alright, well, we need to get these students' minds off of things.
Of course. I shall go
Hopefully this chess will help.
take care of Joseph, and I will return to the stadium, sir.
Yes, I can take you there now, like I said, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I've already briefed Carver and Bliss as well.
All right.
Just a game of King's Chess, after all. Looks like they're heading towards the waterfall.
Ah. Very impressive.
There's low-quality speech zones enchanted on the topmost platforms. Voices will travel further but be a bit muffled, but they should be able to pass along commands. However, if there's any issues with them, it might be better to have the commander of the chess army enter the board's area and point to where they need to go. It's quite hard sometimes to get the students to comprehend, as some are very unfamiliar with chess, despite how useful it is in a military setting.
Of course.
Hello, professors. Headmaster. Hello.
Good morning.
In the very least, this will give them some practice listening to orders.
Yes, the I have actual boards that explain the rules in case they don't understand how pieces move. And we also have on the opposite side of the circle, where the dual circle is, the other button will hide and reveal the chessboards when they're not needed.
Very good.
I will be announcing the rules to the academy, however, at the bell here in a moment.
All right. Well, before you ring that bell, let me take care of Cadet Joseph.
Yes. A minute or two should suffice, hopefully. I'll just watch the students exhaust themselves.
Of course, Headmaster.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Because there's nothing in me.
One moment.
There's nothing inside me controlling me. There's no hidden ability. There's no... What? Albrecht, you're always going to be. I think they'll give you actual privacy with me, of course not. Only naive.
True. Just seeing if anyone else is doing that. What I heard from the downstairs. Totally not near him at all. Was just
No, she was quite
I
near
gave
me.
them a few moments to talk.
If my hands were free, I could
literally
have grabbed her
2
through
minutes.
the
2 out of the
bars.
5 minutes I asked for, I was alone with him.
You've been told not to be alone with him. If you would.
You just...
Cadet, you are free to leave the dungeons. However, every single night you will return here, and you will be secured until you are let out in the morning by one of the professors or the madam.
Back to the old schedule again, aren't we?
I'd be happy to leave you here if you have complaints.
very, very funny. You know, Albrecht, since you've taken such an interest in the flute, you know Madame actually plays the flute. Oh.
Go about your day, Cadet. The bell will be rung shortly.
Go about my day. All right. Glad you got the answers you had looked for. So happy to have done business with you. Yada yada.
Melanie, a moment? Do you mind if I talk to her for a moment, Professor Albrecht?
I do,
And she has to go do Vanguard training.
because I have to speak to her as well.
You first.
I'm going to make sure unwanted ears are not here, so I will be back.
Well, while he does that, I did listen in on your conversation because you're not to be a fan of at least some of the I know.
We have
There
to
is
make sure
something.
he's saved. We can't just give up.
Have you told the madam what he did? Other than myself and Carver? I feel like you would have a far less kind disposition towards the cadet if she was truthful towards you about his actions. Very long story short, it is confirmed that he did break into the relic room in the headmaster's grove. And also, he pulled a knife on Cadet Melanie when she had seemed to not be as easily manipulated as he is used to. Whether or not this is Joseph does not matter. What does matter is we have somebody on the campus who is possibly an enemy, and we must keep our eyes on them. I want to believe that it is not their fault, but the more and more I speak and interact with them, the less and less I believe that, I'm afraid. As for you, Cadet.
So you're more inclined to believe it's him as opposed to something else
Yes,
in him or influencing him?
I am. He is sly. Very much so. As for you, Cadet, you have to stop putting yourself in a position to be used by him. You are a tool to him. You should know this by now. If he felt comfortable enough to put
He
you in
cares.
danger, to threaten you, he does not care. You do not pull a knife
He
on
was
somebody that you
scared.
care about. You're letting your own emotions that you are not used to dictate your actions.
Are you gonna try and save him? He's
The-
just sick.
The easy thing to do would have been for him to just disappear. So here he is at the academy, trying to use truth circles, speaking to him, trying to get him to confess or tell us something that he is hiding. If we did not want to help him, we would not be doing these sorts of things. The straightest line between 2 points is indeed a straight line. If we wanted to get the answer, or if we wanted to secure the academy and we were sure it was him, we would get rid of him. That is not the academy way. That is not what we do. He's still a cadet here. He is one of our charges, so we are trying. But you must do your part as well, cadet.
There's a very real chance that you helping him or you going along with whatever he's asking of you is actually making it worse for him.
I'm not
Well,
gonna
he can
do it
use you.
anymore.
I don't think you will. I think you've
But
seen
you can't
now
tell
how...
me to stay away from him. He doesn't have anyone else.
He has systematically
that to be
pushed
fucking
everyone
rude.
away. And at this point, that's not even the same boy that I was trying to help when he arrived.
Ever since Camp Kari, he's been different.
Yes, I am
Can't convince
aware.
me otherwise.
He has been different. He also should have died. But he did not.
Twice.
That should tell you something, Cadet. Be
I
wary
know
of him.
something's wrong.
Something is wrong, yes. But I am not saying something is wrong with him, because I do not believe him exists. I must go to the bell.
Sir, we'll be behind you shortly. Whenever I'm around Joseph, I am going.
I think they're made of stone.
I see.
Joseph's Mary's joke at your service. Pleasure to see you again. Your sweet roll was delicious. Thank you so much.
You
Better job.
are the flaming queen. I am.
Professor Carver,
Hello, Professor.
a word.
Yes.
I get it. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, continue.
Okay.
Look, no, he's already got it.
Good, you still have your sense of humor.
Professor Barnes, Professor Bliss, if I may speak with you all.
have a handful of men to deal with.
If
Very
only.
well.
To the goddamn chessboard. Let's
Adorable. Yes, shut up before I tease you about yours.
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you even feel okay after the mission?
I wasn't there. Everyone's in different places doing it.
Very quickly to get this out of the way. This morning I had, under the headmaster's orders, conducted a truth circle with Cadet Joseph within. There were a couple of things that he had said that were concerning, but not definitive. Long story short, it would seem that he did indeed take this flute from a lockbox that was not his. The boy has a silver tongue, and he is not stupid. He knows how to answer things with giving as little information as possible, if at all any. He also had admitted that he had played it all over the Academy grounds, but specification was hard to pull from him. On top of this, he swears up and down that he had fled you, Professor Carver, at the fort, which is why he went AWOL. Said that he was scared of you. That was not a lie, apparently. The reasoning, however,
So I've heard.
was a lie, although I was unable to determine what it actually was. Something to the effect of him fearing retribution over your reaction to Cadet Melanie's admission to you, among some things concerning the cadet. Which in the very least tells us he knows he's done wrong. Unfortunately, because of the training with Cadet Melanie, it's entirely viable that he fled because he was afraid. They cannot hold him on grounds of that. That is why he was in the dungeon. On the headmaster's orders, he's been released, but during the nights, he is to be secured once more by a professor or a member of the staff. I still am entirely unsure if he is entirely at fault, but we should keep our eyes on him nonetheless.
You mentioned he has a way with words, this silver tongue of his. per
Yes.
se. Personally, I feel as though if there wasn't anything to be found guilty of, or if there indeed is something else he fears, he doesn't want us to know, there would be no reason have to use that silver tongue of his in the first place.
Of course, this is agreed upon. But we cannot prove anything. Not yet. That was just a scroll. Professor Willow's truth circle would be much stronger. And perhaps he will do it once more when he returns, but for now. The answers he gave on why he fled the fort were not lies. And we cannot hold him as that was the reason he was incarcerated. I just wanted to keep the staff appraised.
Thank you very much. I believe a truth circle, a more powerful one in the future, to get some of the answers considering more serious issues, would be in accord.
I agree. Between the answers that Cadet Melanie gave us and what he said in the circle, I am near convinced. But until we have a definitive proof, we cannot just act upon it. Not yet.
Of course. There's no doubt that if he's playing word games, it's because he's still hiding.
On the upside, with him being out and about, he'll probably slip up again, and one of us will find out. We'll get the proof we need, if it is indeed him. One side note I will add for you,
Assuming, of
Professor
course,
Carver.
it's not a detrimental slip.
You must keep an eye on Cadet Melanie. She is still entirely too close to Cadet Joseph, and while she swears she will not be manipulated again, we both know her disposition.
This is true. I will do it.
As for you, Professor Bliss, we have an issue on campus I do not know if you've been made aware of yet, after your return. After the loss of Cadet Irinoria, there are a few cadets who swear up and down that they see her, and are interacting with her. I thought at first it was a coping mechanism, that they were just irreversibly saddened. But this is not the case. Cadet Lila insisted on trying to show me a glimpse of what it was that they were seeing. And after questioning them, things that only the Cadet Irinaria Sungrove should know, and them giving me all the right answers to my surprise, I allowed them to give me a glimpse. Lo and behold, there she was, an image of some sort, of the cadet sitting on my couch across from my desk. It was there for only a few seconds, and then faded once physical contact ended with Cadet Lila. There is something afoot. I do not know what it is. If it was an illusion, I could see through it. I cannot. I do not know. So that is something that you must try and find out, Professor, because if it is something related to what we think it is, that is your specialty.
I'll get on that. Is it only Crystal Thorn saying that images?
The only people that I'm aware of that have been affected were Cadets Lila, Flora, and I think now Melanie and Esme.
Oh, okay. So not
We
just
don't
me.
know how far it may have spread, considering they can do a ritual in which to spread it on. So, it could be everyone at this point, but do keep an eye out and do be wary.
I would suggest speaking with Cadet Lila as soon as you see her, and seem more inquisitive than forceful. She will backtrack and close off very quickly.
I'll be cautious. Thanks for letting me know.
Of course.
We are trusting you in this one.
Professor, could I see you in your office in a few minutes?
Certainly. However, we all should head to the stadium as soon as possible for what is to take place today. As soon as I am done with Professor Carver, we will approach.
No.
Thank you, Albrecht. Right on cue.
Off with the races we go. I'll try, me and Mr. here will try to keep an eye on the students here. You two talk. Mr. Bliss, try to help where you can.
Understood. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Alright,
We'll
let's
be
go
in
deal with them.
Today. I'll see you two later.
We will be there
I would
soon.
like to catch up with you as well later.
Right.
It's mostly just a thought, but I believe I may have had an epiphany of sorts. I'll see you in your office. suppose that's them trying to gather everybody over by the Colosseum. I was thinking, Professor.
Yes.
And as we discussed the day before, playing off the connections with the church. They did drop a book off on my desk that I intend to read later. Seems you might have the same one here.
I do not think so.
That one. Similar color. It was a book on Ymira. But I was thinking, if this indeed has an association with the church, and assuming the Goltheus tree as well, which we already have suspicion of having links to this cult, this religion, all takes place on this continent. We discussed the other day that they weren't experiencing these symptoms until we left Aldoria, and we were sailing on our way back. Whether indeed it has to do with proximity to the church is one thing, but what if it has to do with proximity to the Goltheus tree in general? I was thinking a bit, and if indeed these are linked, what if it's not the church using the Goltheus tree, but the Goltheus tree using the church, more specifically? What if this Ymira, or whatever it is people have been saying, is exactly what people are being trying to follow? This image. The other cadets were explaining that when they finally saw it, when they felt it, saw her, Rin in this case, they felt overcome with comfort, joy, this light, if you would. What if that's exactly what the tree does? And what if that's what it's been doing to people, to bring them into this religion, this cult?
Now you know why it is that I said that I do not think that the Church of Ymira knows what they worship.
I think so too. I was trying to point the finger directly at the church the entire time for being potentially malicious with all this. But if Ymira is directly connected with the Goltheus tree, then that means it is in control over the church, the cultists, and all of its goers. And they pass on this control, this vision, whatever it is they have, through this blessing of Ymira, or whatever it is. Which means that it's now affecting the students.
That's
I
been
feel
my...
that whatever they're saying is a...
It's been my concern since the siege of Concordia. You do bring up a good point, however. Perhaps it does not need to be any sort of circumference from the church. It could be the tree itself, though we do not know if they could act as beacons or perform rituals in other parts of the world to act as some sort of wellspring for this blessing, but if that is the case, then
Of course.
we have the beginnings of figuring out where this tree may be. If heading to Aldoria brought us away from it, and then on our trip back, our students that had contact with the followers of Ymira started having these hallucinations, it is possible that the tree might be on our very fucking continent.
Precisely. And
Remember-
until we have any solid proof or confirmation that this isn't in the case, I'm almost set on it.
Remember, we have been told that the forest in large swaths around the tree wilt and die.
Yes.
They become nothing.
My thoughts exactly.
If the tree really is that old, it would make sense that the marshes are dead.
I'm going to be running with the assumption that what the cadets are feeling and seeing is direct influence from the tree itself.
It could be. But we do not want to get our sights all set on something that could be wrong. It could very much be an actual deity. We do not know.
Could a deity be associated with the tree?
I would like to think not. But all evils must come from somewhere. There were some that would argue that the darkness is a deity of its own.
Right. At the very least, I thought it worth sharing my mind with you.
And I do not
believe
disagree.
that this feeling of bliss, this shroud of bliss, per se, is exactly what's been drawing all those cultists, those in Concordia, into the church.
My personal feeling is we will not know until we once again go to Abagua. If we go to Abagua, and we still feel, or these students still feel this draw, this pull, then we would still be near the epicenter of the Dead Marsh. Comparatively, if they felt it on a 9-day voyage, somewhere around here perhaps, halfway. If they started seeing the hallucinations somewhere here, well, that's roughly the same distance as Abagua.
Right.
Which means the
Perhaps the
epicenter
headmaster knows when we'll be heading
would
there
be here.
next.
Our tree would be somewhere here.
I have written to my father back in Eos, inquiring about the church's whereabouts, this Church of Ymira. Hopefully I get word back soon. And if it isn't already too late, then hopefully they could do something about it. But as of late, I've been getting nothing but bad news trickling back from home.
It would still be...
Just hope it stays together.
It would still be a nightmare. Trying to oust pilgrims from your lands could be seen as very draconic, and could gain you an unfavorable light with the rest of the world.
Especially considering the newfound mutiny, dare I should say, amongst one of the noble factions.
Something like that could be used to oust you.
Yes.
It's a very, very taut political tripwire, and you must be careful. But first things first, we have to try and stop it from spreading to the other students. I tire of something masquerading as the cadet. If
That
there
being
is...
said, I can't stand by what you said yesterday in regards to letting the students try this out.
There's nothing that we can do. You tell them to stop, they will still do it. Cadet
It would
Melanie
appear many of them are already quite skeptical.
had gone over to them right after our conversation. Cadet Esme had gone over to them right after our conversation. And what I have heard so far is that they have participated. So telling the cadets not to be a part of something does not work. Are we supposed to physically stand there and stop them? We cannot be there all the time. At the very least, we'll be able to separate the cadets who have a mind of their own and the idiots.
I suppose so. Some of the students have already been exceptionally skeptical of this. I heard both Rex and Jixie last night discussing it. That's actually how I'd acquired news of Melanie's participation.
As painful as it was to see that imagery, I did not believe it for a moment. She was not happy at all. She put on a face. She was terrified. Whatever it was portraying what we want to see. That is why I saw her clear, healthy, and without elder bloom. If it really was pulling from memory, or if it really was some sort of manifestation, I do not believe it would pry at the very thing I'd want to see most. Not if it was non-malicious. No, I feel it is a trick.
You can most certainly assume as much.
I will not fall for it. Because while everyone wanted her to live, and told her to be a vampire or a bugkin, I wanted her to retain what she was. And die. But as soon as I signed those papers, that choice was no longer mine. Whatever she wanted, I had to make sure it was done. And she was afraid of dying. And for whatever reason, she trusts Cadet Victor.
You've said in the past that you've had a couple of talks with him. You've had words, and you found him not to be as untrustworthy or
Not as untrustworthy
as most would think.
Yes. I still would not trust him explicitly.
I know that he's a puppet master. He loves his games. And that he has his own reasons for being here, outside of just being a cadet.
Well, I'll tell you what I was made privy to by some of the other cadets when I was forthright with them about the darkness. In the first year, one cadet, Victor, had managed to get within. He had looked back at one of the cadets and said, "This is why I'm here." It does not take any sort of critical thinking to figure out that he must have been sent here to try and find the whereabouts of this demi-plane.
But why?
What do you mean, why?
You'll forgive
Carl?
me, amidst everything else that's been going on, if once again I'm skeptical of another student's whereabouts. Why would someone want to be looking for this demi-plane or the darkness?
Vampires. Imagine if they controlled the key to the darkness.
That's my thoughts exactly.
Well, it is the belief of some of our more well-spoken and thought-out cadets that he was sent here by the Council. That he has an ulterior motive. Apparently this was even verbally said to one of them. It's entirely possible. However, even if that is the case in the terms of the cadet, Honorius Sungrove, because of the treaties in place and the laws in place, Victor turning her would put him in grave danger. I do not know why he would put himself on the line for something that he considers his lesser. Perhaps his motives aren't as ulterior as believed. Even a vampire has their weaknesses.
Hard to determine if it's something personal, or if he's got a plan of sorts. Either way, there's no doubt that the Vampire Council has sent him here at the Academy to find out about the darkness. This demi-plane as well, as you said. That's not what I have doubts or suspicions about. More specifically, the Vampire Council's interest in the darkness to begin with. As you've mentioned before, in the past, others have expressed a likeness or interest in this power. Imagine if it did fall into the hands of someone like vampires.
It already fell into humankind's hands years ago. And much like any others, they did not fully know what they had. And then the Dark Wars took place. I am sure that these mistakes could be repeated, because it has been so long that most of the shorter-lived races no longer believe it or is a myth, and the longer ones either wish to forget about it or covet it.
What if they claim to have been around long enough to think they figured it out?
All the more reason they would want to get their hands on it.
Precisely. Most would say insanity is indeed doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But if they look at it and think, well, this time, we'll get it right.
That is why history is so important, Professor Carver. And that is why when it was written by the Victor, unfortunately, the Victors left out that they were the cause of it, how they did it, and why. Most of the world believes that there was a cult that was behind it, and it took advantage of the dissension between races and peoples.
I read that foolish book. Well, We certainly have much to contemplate, Professor.
Too much. Entirely too much. And I am far from present.
We seem to be getting... At least we seem to be getting, hopefully, even a single step closer day after day. One of the main issues is I fear the further down this hole we plummet, the deeper a grave we dig ourselves is the only way we manage to find out something about this damn thing. The more we damn ourselves, the more we're privy to, in regards to finding out what's going on.
You'll forgive me, I find it very hard to concentrate these days. I know these situations are dire, but my mind is still heavy with grief.
I understand.
I hope we find our solution soon.
Likewise.
Because at its current state, I do not know how much more Ascension can take. We need a
Please do
victory.
focus on... Yes. Please do focus on your recovery. I'll make it my priority to chase this up, find out what I can. Lead us somewhere that finally has a lasting solution.
I will try. But it is not exactly something that goes away. As I said before, Professor,
Trying is the most you can do.
I knew it was going to happen, and I prepared my heart for it. But it was supposed to be quietly, at her bedside. Not something like that. Either way, we should head to the stadium.
Yes, we should.
I will be there soon.
Very well. Thank you, Professor.
Of course. I miss the sadness. All I feel now is numb, empty, robotic. I am so tired. I could not care less about vampires or the darkness.
You need to be alone right now?
No, it's all right.
Okay. I'm so sorry to hear the news.
Me too.
Have you gotten any leads at all? What could have happened?
Was there for it. It was a moment of weakness. Formations weren't being held like they should have been. We had just recovered Cadet Hannah, found her in horrendous condition, near death. Everyone was focused in the wrong place. I shouted for the squads to maintain 360 security. Ignis was the only one that listened, watching the ramp out of the room. Before we know it, some sort of assassin was upon us and had sunk its blade all the way to the hilt through Irinaria's gut. It was through and through. The blade also had some sort of corruption, something I have not seen before.
The power there was so strong, I could hardly ward it off.
It was a dark place.
So you had to make the tough decision, huh?
I grabbed her up and I called for a retreat. We had accomplished our objective. The dead Hannah was rescued, and everyone was accounted for. So, however, none of the bandaging, none of the packing of the wound that we tried stopped Irinaria's bleeding. The elder bloom, you see, it makes the body weak. Blood does not coagulate as it should, bones are brittle, muscles are weak. Her lifeblood was pouring out of her faster than we could pack it. Everyone was so disorganized. Orders were not given the way that they should have been. It was taking too long, so I picked her up and I ran. I ran back to camp as fast as I could. Upon arrival, it did not seem like medical could help her. And Captain Skybeak, her old captain, because she was still Kingsguard, had ordered that she be taken to Hoslett. They have a superb medical facility there, so that's what we did. So once more I picked her up and I sprinted to the city. The doctors did try what they could. I pleaded with them, I did. I told them to try anything that they could.
Yeah, in her already weakened state, I'm sure it was hard.
There was nothing I could do. Not a thing. They had done everything in their power. At that point, it was just a matter of time. The doctor had called me to their side and said that they have made her comfortable, and that I should probably say my goodbyes.
Oh, Albrecht.
I tried to calm her, as she had said that she was terrified to die. I reassured her she accomplished her mission. The Hannah heart was safe and she did not let down her squad. It seemed to please her. Cadet Vivina had appeared at my side, and at that point, I was so riddled with anger and grief, I told her to get away from me.
Yeah, that's understandable.
She obliged. I realized my blunder and I had backed off and allowed for those who had followed, I think it was Cadet Chips, Lila and Vivina, to all say their bit.
Yeah.
There was so much that I wanted to tell her. Say to her. There was no time. She had made me make a promise. That if it looked like she was going to die or if she was dying, that I was to allow Cadet Victor to turn her to a vampire.
Oh.
At this point, she could not be given any more distilled poppy. The pain was unbearable, and she was spitting and coughing up blood. Her lungs were filling fast.
You were there with her during the process?
No.
No?
I had to send her away with Victor.
Yeah.
Understand what the King's Guard would have done if they found a vampire turning one of their own.
That's true. I know that was so hard for you to let her go.
I had to usher all the other cadets away, much to their anger. And asked her if this is what she really wanted. Tell me now and I'll make it so, I said. She sputtered out, yes.
Oh.
And so I did. I escorted them both to a way into the sewers so they could escape Hoslet. Afterwards, I returned to the hospital and replaced her body with an illusion. King's Guard took their supposed body to the plague yards and disposed of it. The paperwork I forwarded to the King's Guard states, killed in action.
So you haven't heard any word from Victor at all since then?
No. I told him if any harm came to her, there is not a council in existence that will save him from me.
Yeah.
He gave me his word.
I think he has her interest at heart.
I don't know.
I know how terrified you are. But it's not over for sure.
He is dead.
The Ren you knew once before, yeah. I know it's hard.
In order to become a vampire, one must die.
Yeah. But if you see students like Chip, he seems very much alive, you know? It's not lost.
He hates that he is a vampire. I have spoken to him at length. Despises it.
Yeah. I know he hates that he has to drink blood, and it's understandable. It doesn't seem like a life that's fulfilling at all. But Irinaria thought about it for a long time, and she made the decision. She's been faced with this decision for a long time now. And you've done everything in your power to be there for her. You're always there for her. Even in the end.
Does not bring my daughter back.
I know. I'm so sorry, Albrecht.
I showed her my home.
Yeah.
When we were in Aldoria. Showed her where I used to live. And she loved it. She was incredibly happy. I had told her it was hers now. Granted, it needed work, had to be rebuilt. But it was her home, the first one she had ever had.
You gave her something so special. You both gave each other something.
And yet it is empty again.
I know.
Everything my heart attaches to dies. Everything.
So sorry that the world treats you like this. You have so much to offer, so much to give. And you did. You made her life amazing. Something she wanted her. That's all she wanted was someone to love. Someone to give her a place to be. She had all that with you. You gave her everything.
And yet in the end she still died.
I know.
Someone who has spent so long changing people's perceptions of reality, interpretations of life. I could still not change her future.
I know, and I know she's not going to be the Ren you remember, but I still have faith in her. I have faith in both of you. I think she'll still love you.
Not if the council gets their hands on her.
We won't let that happen.
We have no control over it. And it is law.
Don't they think she's dead, though? They don't know.
That was my hope. But at
They
some
can
point,
change their identity.
at some point, someone will find out. You forget who we have on campus now. That blasted vampire.
Yeah. But isn't she on their side?
She is on her own side. If it suits her, she will sell them out.
Well, we won't stop fighting. Make sure nothing no harm comes to her. And I know I'll do anything in my power to make sure she's safe as well. Because I care about you both very much.
I am tired of fighting.
I know. You've done so much. For a while, you held the whole school on your back. Took charge. Where no one else was, you know?
Now none of them trust me. Again. In their eyes, I have killed 3 cadets. All of which were under my command.
I think they're just scared.
They are not wrong.
You didn't kill them, Albrecht.
Every last one of them was fulfilling an order from me right before they perished.
could have happened at any time there.
But it didn't. It happened after I commanded them.
Albrecht, it was not your fault. You have to listen to me.
I appreciate the kindness, Professor. I do. Will not change how I think.
You have so much love to give them, you know. And when something bad happens to them, it's so easy to blame yourself. We're the ones holding on to them, holding them close. So we can't protect them all at the same time, you know? It's
I can
the
try.
sad reality of working here. I know, and you do. You do so much for them. And if they don't trust you, they don't understand. I've seen how much compassion you have. More than most people I've ever met. You would do anything for someone you love. You're an amazing person, an amazing professor. And I know you're grieving, and everything seems like it's falling down on you right now, but just know that I have faith in who you are.
Thank you, Lorelei.
You're welcome. And I'm still not going to give up until I hear word about what's happened.
There's no guarantee she survived the turning process, especially because of the Elder Bloom.
I know.
But either way, she will never be the same.
I know that.
She may even have a disdain for us when she returns, coldness. She may even hate me.
I don't think she'll hate you.
I don't know vampires. Takes a lot out of someone to die and come back.
Yeah. It'll probably be a process. It'll take a long time. But I do believe that she'll still have some of her in there. And even if she's not the same, we'll love her the same. We'll still love and support her regardless.
We will try. Try.
I do definitely think you should allow some of the weight off your shoulders for a while of the school and the students.
I can't, as much as I would like to, as much as I need to.
Well, anything you need to do, just let me know and I'll try to take it over for you.
That's what I did, Lorelei. I need to find out who or what is masquerading as my daughter to these grieving cadets.
Yeah. And I'll find that for you. No matter what it takes.
That's why I asked you.
How have you been with all that? I know you've been struggling against the corruption. Has it been trying to strike you while you're weak?
Oddly enough, no. But I will say this. I feel like I am moving through lead. I feel heavy and tired.
Have you been able to sleep at all?
Only when I finally pass out.
If you ever need me to help you rest, I can. You know, you know how worried I am about you.
Yes.
I know we might not have been talking as much lately as we used to, but I've always felt like a closeness with you because you're the first person I got to know here, you know, and I always felt close
Quick
with you.
question. Sorry to interrupt. Have any of you seen Lila?
I have not.
The last time I saw her, she was talking to
She
herself,
seemed
actually.
to have slipped away from the game. I'll go see where she is.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay. I've always felt close to you, and not only just respect as a coworker, you know. I think you're an amazing man.
I have made a lot of mistakes to be where I am now.
I remember you saying you've lived many lifetimes. I remember that.
That I have. Very tiresome ones.
Yeah. Once filled with a lot of losses, you've been saying. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help more. I wish I could lift some of your weight off of you.
Working alongside you here, Professor, will make things easier.
Yeah. I'll make sure of it. At least you don't have to worry about explaining sausages to me anymore and stuff like that.
I'm glad you figured that out.
I did, yeah.
Unfortunately, we are not allowed time to rest or grieve.
I know. Another thing that was really bothering me back there in Aldaria is I felt weak. You'd think I would know how to resist that, but it took everything in my power not to be overtaken by that desire. I was going to submit very easily.
The black.
And I don't.
She seemed to have left the area.
I think she might have
Well,
gone to
not
sleep,
everything.
Professor.
Yeah, gone to sleep, yes.
Yeah, she seemed really tired.
Interrupt.
All right. The Blackguard are known for their mind games.
Yeah.
They are very strong mentally. And whatever grants them that power, I am unsure, but I have my
Demons are weak to them. I faced this before lots of times. I just, for some reason this time, maybe it's because I haven't been out there in a while.
Perhaps so. We will just have to be ready next time.
Yeah. Are you okay sleeping? Did you just go back to your home in Concordia? Are you okay there by yourself? I don't mind crashing on your couch again if you need something.
First of all, I was the one clashing on the couch, if you don't remember.
Well, this time.
Secondly, yesterday was the first time I had been back to my home in Concordia for almost a month. After the incident with Professor Carver, I have kept myself weak on mana and locked away in my office, warded so I could not move every night.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Last night I had returned back home. Or I should say Madame Minerva, escorted me just in case, as I was going to be making contact with the Church of Ymira, covertly. I'll be waiting a response from them hopefully by tomorrow. But I might start returning home again, I do not. I should not by myself, but I'll figure it out.
You know I don't mind keeping you company if you need me to. Besides, I'm sure you're starting to get used to me as a roommate, right?
We will see.
Okay. I just don't want you to be alone on Albrecht. I really don't.
There's no time to grieve, my dear. For there is no one who can hold the mantles that we do. We have a greater calling, a higher purpose. As much as we may forget when we go about shenanigans such as these. At the end of the day, Ascension and its professors are the only thing that stand between this world and what is behind that door.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot rest.
That's why I decided to dedicate my life to this, you know. I've never had romance or anything like that. As you know, nice as it seems sometimes.
Romance can be painful. Even if no one intends for it to be.
I've kind of got a taste of it, I guess.
Well?
Somewhat. Not exactly.
Carver?
Yeah, well. Stuff happened and he completely forgot about it. So, not really. It wasn't anything I planned. It just kind of happened, you know.
That's usually how it goes.
Sad, my first time kissing someone was a ghost. First time doing anything else was with someone who completely forgot about it. So my first experiences haven't been the best, but
Did you learn from them?
yeah, I learned that I wanted. I know that. I learned that I actually do want romance. I never thought I did, really. Or at least I never thought about it.
Well, if it resulted in self-development, then even if the outcome wasn't fully desirable, it was worth it.
You're right.
Prepares you for the next time.
The students, you know, they used to joke calling me, you know, ignorance is bliss.
Clever.
Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes I feel with this kind of situation, maybe they were right. Maybe it was better I didn't know.
Yes, a certain type of painful awareness can come from knowing, but prepares you for
And it's distracting.
something in the future, I suppose. Cannot blame Carver too much. He is young, still trying to figure himself out.
He has a lot to worry about as well, with fingerprints and all. But it's not like I'm in love with him. And I still don't think I've ever experienced loving in that way.
Fair enough. Such a thing can be taxing and exhausting. It's probably for the best.
Yeah. But it is nice thinking there's someone there that will fight for you and that you can fight for them. Take care of them. You know. That's all I want to do is take care of somebody. All I've ever wanted to do.
I can tell.
Even if it means I don't get anything out of it, you know? I'll still do it.
You must be careful with that kind of mindset, my dear. There are too many out there that would take advantage of that, even if they do not mean to. And if you constantly give your everything to those around you and leave nothing for yourself, that too can be a very tiresome, miserable existence.
Yeah. I think that's one reason I was so weak at in Aldaria.
Even if they do not mean to, subconsciously people could start approaching you only when it is they have problems. And that would be so tiresome.
It does happen a lot. That's really my purpose here for the most part, I think, which that's what I have to do to help you and make things better. Then I don't mind. I've honestly come to the acceptance that I probably won't ever have love like you had before. I don't think I was ever meant for it.
You are very young, Professor Bliss. You will find someone. I promise. Give it time.
You. I'm glad you have faith in me. I do think, and I know, I'm gonna do as much as I can to try to figure out how to unlock some of my memories. Because
I remember you speaking about that. It would take some work.
Yeah, I just feel like there's something that if I don't figure out what it is, I'm weaker. I think it's something I need to know to be able to help. Restricting me.
It could be, very much so. And the way I want to go about it is still very experimental.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to ask you to do that in this, while you're feeling like this.
I will not lie to you, I do not even think at the moment I am capable.
Yeah.
I am just tired.
I know you are. You need to focus on resting so you can help the best you can. And to fight off whatever is ailing you inside, too. And I'll continue to speak highly of you to the students. We have to understand.
A lot of them blame me for her death.
They're just upset. I know they don't mean it. They want someone to blame. It's a way to cope.
I do not know even where to go from here. At this point, I'm just existing.
Yeah. And you don't have to plan ahead right now. You need to take a little time to recover. I know it's your brain's shouting you not to, because there's things to be done. But in order to do it properly, you really need to take some time. If only for a little bit. And I'll carry as much as your load that you can offer me. I'll carry it for you.
I believe you, Lorla. I do. We'll bear
Okay.
that in mind.
Okay. I know that before you didn't trust Victor at all. But did you come to trust him some?
I would not say that I trust him at all. I just distrust him less.
Yeah. I mean, he isn't the most personable. the only real conversation I've had with him, well, besides vampire breeding, that was a thing. But besides that was him saying that he used to hang people. But I don't
Sounds
know
like
if that
Victor.
was a joke. Yeah. From their interactions, though, I really do think he cared as much as he can show that he cares. I don't know if you hear this ever, but I just wanted to thank you
For what?
for being someone that people can look up to and follow in dire situations. Even if it's not dire, you're always there showing an example and being what this school needs to be. I'm thankful you're here. But thank you, Albrecht.
I'm only doing my job same as you, Professor.
I know. But it's nice to hear that it's appreciated sometimes. Are you eating today?
No, I have not been hungry, not in the least.
I figured.
I've had a bit to drink, but food, no.
I'd recommend maybe drinking some soup.
Drinking soup. It
Yeah.
sounds entirely unappetizing.
I know you're not hungry, but that's part of getting your strength back. You gotta eat. You don't want me spoon feeding you, I'm sure.
No, I do not.
Because if I see you not eating for too long, I might start.
You are persistent, if nothing else, Professor.
I do got that going for me. I don't give up easily.
I might head back to Concordia early today. I do not think I can
Yeah.
do any good here.
You need to rest. And eat.
I will try, but I do not expect
problem.
much of it.
Hmm.
What now?
Pinky promise.
Professor, please. If I told you I'd do it, I'll do it.
Okay. I'll trust you.
That makes one person so far.
I think more have faith in you than you realize.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I have complete faith in you, though.
I'll try not to let that down. Best as I can.
And I the same to you.
I believe that you won't, Professor. Never let me down yet.
It's good to hear that. I'm glad they're at least able to have a little bit of relaxing today.
I do not know how.
Yeah. They're strong.
I think a lot of them don't believe it yet, that she's gone.
Yeah. But that's, I know that Inari you knew isn't alive anymore, but she's not lost for sure.
That remains to be seen, I'm afraid. Depends on what the turning has done to her. We will not know until she returns. And even then, according to the headmaster, she'll be treated as a new student, as a threat. And they have not guaranteed whether or not she can remain.
I see. Well,
Of course
at
I'm
least she has a place to
conflicted.
be if she needs to go somewhere.
Well, I best be off, Professor.
Hi. I want to give you a hug.
Nah,
I can't help it, you know that.
it's quite alright. I understand. But I will be in Concordia if you need me.
Okay. Also, if you need me, I'll be there to help. I still have the key.
I know. I know.
Bye, Albrecht.
Goodbye, Lorelei. Hello, chat. Hello. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was falling asleep talking to Bliss. Like I was passing out. If you thought those were contemplative pauses, nope, that was me falling asleep. How late is it for me? I mean, it's only like 2 something a.m., but I don't know. I've just been tired. But yeah, if you thought I was just like thinking something wise to say, I was fucking passing out and then coming to and just responding with something that I thought might apply. Grim, it's okay. Real life comes first, buddy. Drink coffee, my heart will explode. I can't sleep, y'all. I take care of an old woman. I gotta stay awake until 9 a.m. Then the aide will come here and take care of her for me. Think you were drifting a bit? Yeah, it was. It's this music, too. It's very Game Boy Advance. How many hours of sleep did you get? I got 2.5. Which is more than yesterday, so that was good. I'm thankful for that. I love you guys too. Strong man runs dude, I just do what I have to. Take care of an old woman that needs to be taken care of. She ain't got anybody else. Rava! Oh my goodness. Thank you for the biddies. Mwah. Thank you. How am I standing? Necessity. I'm needed. I'm very much like Albrecht. I don't have time to rest. I'm needed. You know what I mean? Mr. Happy songs in AA. Yeah, we haven't really had a reason to use them. And we won't for a long time. Thank you, Rava. Let's just enjoy the music together. I mean, if you guys don't like Secret Man, I can always put on the Time to Say Goodbye Walking Dead music if you guys want to fucking... I'm getting my lord his favorite blanket. I don't have a favorite blanket. Sing for us. Ugh, I'm too tired, dude. I am too tired. Just got to stay awake. Oh, I'm mad at him. Sorry. Sit on the couch and read the phone book. Yeah. Casting cough? Casting cough? Shingo! I miss you, Shingo. Shingo. Oh, Shingo. Being friends with Shingo is like having a cat. Completely aloof, never fucking talks to me. But then once in a while he shows up and shows affection, and then he leaves again. He's literally like having a cat. Who's this Nano 8 limited edition blanket? Probably belongs to Great Moon Aroma, not me. If you're tired, then go to sleep. But I can't. Yeah, Shango's... Friendship with Shango is definitely like having a cat. What's my favorite squad out of character as Brunswick? Out of character? Crystal Thorn. Ardent Vale. Crystal Thorn or Ardent Vale. The only reason why Ardent Vale would probably lose a Crystal Thorn if they have so much self-employed clandestine bullshit that's detrimental to the school. A party hat episode? Hell yeah. Glad you like it. Unless you single play cat, they can show up next to Albie. I'm okay with that. I am resting. Alright, friends. Mwah. I love you guys the best. I love you all the mostest. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. We're gonna go on a raidy raid. Let's raid somebody who deserves some love. Jenny is a wonderful person. They deserve so much more than what they have. They're a sweetheart. They're very kind to me. I would appreciate it if you guys, when we get there, spammed the Mr. Brun love emote. This one right here, so he knows he sent you. We're going to be getting 25 new emotes, by the way. I look forward to that. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly do appreciate each and every last one of you. You guys are the best. And I'll be sitting right here at my computer thinking up the next stream and or video for you guys. I'll see you all next time. Take care, my friends. Get some rest. Make sure you scroll down, join the Discord if you haven't already. Come talk in the RP episode discussion. I check that shit daily. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow for Callus Row. Haha! Yeah, baby. Alright, guys. I love you all. Take care, my friends. Much love. And good night.